Hi, Gail Lyden here from Claire Collins Consultancy. I want to talk to you a little bit about some work we're doing for the Education Training Foundation under Shaping Success, here to support practitioners of English and Maths right across the country. And I want to talk to you in particular about this course, Topics Learners Find Challenging. A little bit of an outline for you, a little bit more than what we get from just the aims and outcomes, so you can see if it's something for you. We have run this a number of times and it's been really well received. What we've done is we've updated it in light of what we've learned from lockdown, and also referencing what might be in the eve. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. What you can see from this slide here is it's made up of 2 live courses, 2 hours long each one, with a self-led reflective task, both between the 2 courses and also as a follow-up. The courses could be run on the same day, but more often than not we tend to run them a week apart, sometimes longer, to give people a chance to have a go, have a play, try them out with their learners, come back and really discuss what they've tried, what's worked, what perhaps they need to work on a little bit more. Very collaborative in approach. So this is what we try to do. We're going to investigate the Maths Topics Learners Find Challenge, and we'll use some examples. Clearly in one day there's only so much we can cover, but what we'll try to do is look at a few topics, but then that will allow you to think about other topics that learners might find challenging and give you some strategies to use across those. As I say, we've learned quite a lot from lockdown, so there'll be some references to blended approaches, face-to-face, as well as online. And we will model some of the approaches that you'll be able to take. The aim really is to get learners to rethink some of the problems, so that getting things wrong, making mistakes, is actually a really useful thing. So what we're going to try and do is promote mathematical thinking among our learners so that they can tackle those maths challenges. We'll be talking about mastery strategies. We hear a lot about mastery, but we don't always have a chance to really discuss about what this really means in practice. And we'll encourage maths learners to embrace their mistakes, rethinking, having a go in another way. How else can I actually tackle that problem? So that by the end of the 2 sessions, you'll have looked at a variety of strategies to support your learners, adding things into your toolbox that you've already got. There'll be a range of resources and approaches that you can use. And number 1 is sharing your wonderful expertise with other practitioners and them sharing theirs with you. It's open to anyone. It's useful for both GCSE or level 2 functional skills, or below in fact. Learners have difficulty at all sorts of levels, and it's helping us to think as practitioners how we might work on them. So what do? We talk a little bit about barriers to success, why learners have difficulty in the first place, where those learners start having problems. Quite often, many of our learners were quite successful at junior school and primary with their maths. What goes wrong? Where do the problems start? And we'll have a bit of a dig into this whole idea of mathematical thinking. Many of us are working on GCSE and functional skills, and we don't always see that term there, mathematical thinking. So how is it referenced in GCSE and functional skills? Do have a little bit of a dig into that and see what it looks like. And throughout, we are informed by what's happening in the Centres for Excellence in Maths and their key mathematical concepts. We have a Padlet with lots and lots of materials on, including the Centres for Excellence materials. We look at some multiple representations. That message to learners is, keep doing what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always got. What can we do that's different? What other tools are you going to try? What other strategies are you going to try to be successful with maths? What's going to work for you? And support, and through that we need to also support our learners to ask questions of themselves as well as others, so they can stand and think for a moment, or sit and think for a moment, what else can I do here? So a little bit of a reference there to independence, and lots of ideas for you to add into your practice. So throughout we'll be sharing expertise and resources. There'll be time to discuss the issues. Lots of lovely breakout rooms for you to do that. We've added some more time in to allow us to do that. And also we'll point you in the direction of other things that you can do next. Lots of support available. And that, of course, is also through your regional specialist lead. We'll point you in the direction of those lovely people. Throughout, we reference the EVE, the impact of lockdown and where we are now. It's got to be practical. It's got to be something useful that you can go away and use tomorrow with your learners. So lots of links to the Excellence Gateway, to the enhanced modules helping to support you to develop your online skills, your blended skills, and of course there's foundational online learning as well. We'll point you in the direction of that too. Lots of nice free stuff around that we can point you in the direction of. So here we are. This is where you can go and book directly for that course. You can run it in-house, and we may well have some individual courses up as well, so that you as an individual can go on, and so we'll be running them across the country. But we imagine that quite a few of these are going to be run in-house. And there you are. If you click on that link there, it will take you straight through to your regional specialist lead, a little map. Click on where you live or where you work, and there you go, and say hello to that person. They'll be delighted to hear from you. Another thing that you can look at is our website, CC Pathways, with all our courses, and you can ask us any questions. Get in touch. We're here to support. I look forward to seeing you on the course.